All right, let's dive into something pretty wild today. We're talking AI that can create interactive 3D worlds, like actual spaces you can move around in, all starting from a single 2D image, like a photograph. The company behind this is World Labs, and they've got this AI system that takes your picture, breaks it down, and then uses some crazy algorithms to build a whole 3D environment out of it. I mean, imagine you snap a photo of your living room, and then boom, you're virtually walking through it on your computer. Now, I know what you might be thinking. We've had 3D modeling software forever, but this is totally different, right? The old way, you had to build every little thing by hand, every object, every texture, even the lighting, it was all manual. But World Labs, their AI does it all automatically, just by looking at a single image and figuring out how things are laid out. And get this, it doesn't just copy what's in the photo. This AI actually builds a whole world model. It understands, like the physics of the scene, objects have solidity, there's depth, perspective, the whole 9 yards. It's like the AI takes a snapshot of a moment and then builds an entire world based on what it sees in that one frame. Pretty mind-blowing, if you ask me. So how does this thing actually work under the hood? Well, they're using something called a neural network. Basically, it's this super complex algorithm, and they train it on tons and tons of visual data. Think like millions upon millions of images. By analyzing all those pictures, the AI learns to spot patterns, textures, how different objects are positioned in relation to each other, all that stuff. It's kind of like our brains learn about the world through sight, right? So let's talk about the potential here. What can we actually do with this technology? And honestly, the possibilities seem endless. Imagine filmmakers, right? They could create crazy, detailed, realistic sets just by feeding some concept art to the AI. No more building expensive sets or relying on CGI that sometimes looks, well, a little fake. Or how about video game developers? They could use this to prototype new levels and worlds super fast. Heck, they could even let players upload their own photos and turn those into playable environments. Think about it. Exploring a 3D version of your childhood home. Or your favorite vacation spot. I mean, it's kind of mind-blowing. And it goes way beyond just entertainment, too. Architects, they can make virtual walkthroughs of their designs before they even break ground, catch any problems early on, make changes easily. Museums could create immersive tours, let you experience art and history in a whole new way. You could literally step into a Van Gogh painting or walk around a dinosaur skeleton. But maybe the most exciting thing is how this could open up 3D content creation to everyone. Right now, it's a specialized skill, needs expensive software, lots of technical know-how. World Labs AI, this could change all that, make it so anyone with a computer and a camera can build their own virtual worlds. Now, of course, no new tech comes without its hurdles, right? One of the big ones is making sure these AI-generated worlds are actually interactive and not just, static 3D models. I mean, right now, World Labs tech is still pretty early. There are limits to how much you can actually DO in those generated spaces, but they're working on it, constantly pushing to make it more interactive. So it's really just a matter of time before we see truly immersive experiences, like where you can pick up objects, trigger events, even talk to virtual characters. But then there's also, the potential for misuse. Like any powerful tool, this could be used for some not so great things. Imagine someone creating super realistic deepfakes or using these virtual worlds to spread, like fake news and stuff. So it's super important that developers, policymakers, everyone really, thinks about the ethical implications here and puts safeguards in place. But even with those challenges, the potential is just too big to ignore. This has the power to completely change how we make and experience digital content. I'm talking movies, games, architecture, education, you name it. It's not hard to imagine a future where this is just normal, everyday stuff, where we're all making and sharing our own virtual worlds, just as easily as we share photos and videos now. So, as we wrap up this deep dive into AI-generated 3D worlds, I'll leave you with this thought. We're on the edge of something huge here, a new era of digital creativity, where the lines between real and virtual get blurry, and where anyone with an idea can create these incredible immersive experiences. What will you create when you have this power at your fingertips?